Black Wrestlers You Should Know, sponsored by Premier Pro Wrestling. I'm Randy Ritchie, and today we're going to honor the actual real first black world champion in the sport of pro wrestling, Frank Crozier, who, check this out, and you can find this in the description because I'm going to post some links for those of you that are interested, is Jamaican and Scottish, and he made his way through a lot of freaky politics at the time to England, or to Europe, basically. And he participated in boxing and wrestling. As you can tell by the picture, this guy was put together. I mean, especially for the time. He was born in 1882, and I cannot for the life of me find his death date. Even on one of the links that I found that is called the Crozier clan, which I assume is family, but they don't even know when he passed. Most wrestling fans think that the first legitimate and official black champion of the world in catch as can or freestyle was an American. Not so. The first black champion was Frank Crozier of Scotland and Jamaica. He was the first ever black wrestler to hold a world championship of any kind. In 1909, he won the world middleweight title in London, England. He defended the title against black and white challengers. So, talk about a groundbreaking guy. You know what I mean? Especially at the time, folks. Think about the climate, But again, I've got a YouTube link in there. It's a wonderful, and it's produced well, too. A guy from England put this together. It's only got about 600 views, and that's kind of sad because it deserves much more. And I think it even has a few footage, or at least some black and white clips of Frank Crozier actually wrestling, which is really cool. So before we dip out on this, I want you guys to think of a couple of things. Go ahead and search the term activity knowledge. If you're in an industry, and I don't care what industry you're in, the guys that get ahead are the ones that look for the little things, that hit them where they ain't, like the great Ted Williams said, and they garner and gather as much activity knowledge as possible. Let me give you a fine example, and one of the best examples I've ever heard of, a guy that works with World Wrestling Entertainment by the name of Benjamin Brown. Now, if you watch the AEW and WWE projects with biography and the search for the Lost Treasures, I think it's called. I can't remember the exact name of the programming. Benny makes some appearances on those programs, and he's the one that's actually putting together the WWE Museum. And let me tell you something. Benjamin Brown is held in such a high regard at that company, just as high a regard as anybody you see on television today, because of his plethora of knowledge. So all I want to say is this. He's a young guy. He's energetic. He is an encyclopedia of wrestling, okay? Imagine what his salary is doing something that he absolutely loves, okay? Once again, Frank Crozier, Black Wrestlers You Should Know. Please note this is being brought to you without YouTube ads. So please be cool, like and subscribe. And if you could scroll down behind the links or under the links that pertain to Frank Crozier, you'll see ways to help support Premier Pro Wrestling. All right, guys, Black Wrestlers You Should Know.